Welcome to Hater Proof, a podcast for self-improvement and good listening parts. You're tuned in. So shake the haters off and be truthful to ourselves. Remember to stay hater proof and stay tuned. If you are a hater, exit immediately. Shake it off, vigorously and intentionally, and also wisely. The proof is in the pudding. This podcast, distributing hater-proof audio content via the internet, is dedicated to self-improvement, current news, and the host's personal touch on how and why to get and remain hater-proof. It is not for the haters. You will find these episode titles are also hater-proof traits, and they will describe you if you aren't a hater. It's time for some housekeeping. It's no surprise. You already know. You see the title. What you doing? Maintaining. What am I doing? Maintaining. You know, I'm a bit old school. I've always been, even when I was young. I grew up with people that were considerably older than me, so I was and still am wise enough to pick up on gems. I peep game. And the saying of maintaining is one of those old school sayings. Now it is, I guess, I'm maintaining. Let's continue to do maintenance on ourselves, our homes, and our bodies. This is maintaining. Enjoy the episode. Currents in the headlines. Hater Proof is on Apple, Acast, Pocket Cast, and Spotify. Is the podcast host currently. So it's published on Spotify firstly, then you can listen on the other platforms shortly thereafter. Hater Proof is in your friendly neighborhood search engine, and so is Hearth Business. We're getting optimized, people. www.hearthbusiness.com or type Linktree at Hearth Business in your search bar. Do it, sir and or ma'am. Zelensky pleads for more F-16 fighter jets and air defenses from West to protect from Russian missile attacks. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is pleading or asking for more Patriot air defense systems and F-16 fighter jets. He was saying that it will strengthen them but will not compare to Russia's air force. Moscow steps up its rocket attacks on cities across Ukraine and is making gains on the ground in eastern areas. So Zelensky knows that he doesn't have enough firepower, or whatever they're sending him isn't enough. So he's asking for more. Japan introduces enormous humanoid robot to maintain train lines. The 12-meter high robot is reminiscent of a menacing figure from 1980s sci-fi with its Coke bottle eyes and a crude Wall-E-like head. Helloh. I think the sci-fi movies are starting to pay off non-monetarily as far as we know. But I definitely was talking about this. Introduced by West Japan Railway for tasks that range from painting to trimming tree branches. And the president of West Japan Railway highlighted the robot's role in addressing worker shortages in Japan's aging workforce. How is this not indicative of machines taking over humans? Maybe in the workforce. So that's, where you would need it the most, I guess. So people aren't in danger in their, employment activities and such. But, that's definitely going on. And it does look like Wall-E. I saw it in the picture. So in sports, though, Franz Wagner, Magic agreed to 5-year extension, largest contract in club history, AP source says. It's the largest contract in Orlando Magic history, and the contract could reach $270 million if Wagner becomes Supermax eligible. And Wagner has averaged 17.8 points in his 3 seasons with the Magic and averaged 15.2 points as a rookie. In esports headlines, Angry Bird and Double qualify for Esports World Cup at the Mix-Up 2024. Esports World Cup 12 teams qualify for Riyadh Masters playoffs, MLBB MSC 2024 playoffs. Falcons AP. Brand make it to finals as Liquid Echo denied glory Esports Charts joins Esports World Cup as partner. Esports World Cup partners with Heinz, Logitech G, and Secret Lab. And the esports headline specific to COD, because that's what I've been watching a lot of lately. You know, I like the first person shooter games, and Call of Duty is like next in line from Halo for me. So the headlines are as follows. Boston Breach breaks 93-day loss streak by beating Optic Texas. Boston Breach now holds the CDL loss streak record. Black Ops 6 has been in development for years. It's being well received. It could be the best COD game in years. And the release date of October 25th, 2024. Financial is up next. And investing. NVIDIA closed July 16th at 126.36, down 2.08. It's the go-to for crypto miners. Those that work to keep crypto going usually buy their software hardware from NVIDIA. You know, the miners. Noticeable trends are what to look for when investing, in my opinion, and NVIDIA is definitely noticeable. The only red in their year-over-year financials is their net change in cash, which was down 81.83%. Their revenue is up 262.12%. Microsoft closed July 16th at $449.52, down $4.44. And they're best known for their software products in the Windows operating systems line, the Microsoft 365 suite, the Azure cloud computing platform, and the Edge web browser, which I do not like. The only red is their net change in cash also, which was down 78.66%. Amazon closed July 16th at $193.02, up 30 cents. And they're a technology company engaged in e-commerce, cloud computing, online advertising, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. Let's not forget books, right? Isn't that how they started? There's no red there. Super green. And their net income is up to 28.85%. And their cost of revenue is only up 7.14%. Apple closed at $234.82, up 0.42 cents. They develop and sell consumer electronics, computer software, and online services. Their year-over-year isn't looking too good, mostly in the red. And the cost of revenue is down only 8.28%. Tesla closed July 16th at $256.56. And they're up $3.92. And they're an automotive and clean energy company headquartered in Austin, Texas, which designs, manufactures, and sells battery electric vehicles, stationary battery energy storage device from home to grid scale, and solar panels and solar shingles. There's all red there for the year over year also. So the cost of revenue is down 6.45%. Alphabet, Google, closed July 16th at $183.92, down $2.61. They're a multinational technology conglomerate holding company and is one of the world's most valuable companies. Their net change in cash is the only red, which is down 89%. Meta closed at $489.79, which was down $6.37. And they DBA Meta, also known as Facebook Inc., or formerly known as Facebook Inc. And they operate Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp, among other products and services. The only red is their net change in cash, which is down 200.47% at $9.54 billion. Interestingly, their net profit margin is at 33.93%, which is up 79.2% from last year. Here are the financial headlines for the current. This NVIDIA partner and Bitcoin miner stock could surge by 50%, say analysts. Northern Data, ticker symbol NDTAF, is the company the headline is referring to. First in pharmaceuticals, they switched to Bitcoin mining. Now they've added cloud solutions and data center infrastructure. They have 3 divisions: Peak Mining for Bitcoin mining, Tega Cloud, a certified elite partner of NVIDIA Corp for cloud computing, and Ardent Data Centers for their data center infrastructure. This is important for those looking for investments because Bitcoin miners are upgrading their infrastructure and embracing AI to prepare for a potential dip in revenue. And that's Northern Data, NDTAF. Nancy Pelosi made millions on NVIDIA options. Here's her next AI stock play. She saw a 65.5% return in 2023, with her most noticeable trade being NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA. The next stock to watch from her portfolio is Palo Alto Networks, PANW, a leading cybersecurity stock. Congress has incredible quote-unquote insights in upcoming stocks, so it's a good idea to keep an eye out for what they're keeping an eye out for. The election muddle aside, investing has been a snap lately. Stock prospered in the first half of 2024, but national politics clouds the outlook. Mid-year is a good time to assess investing strategy. In the past 6 to 12 months, the stock market has performed splendidly. You will have to squint more than usual, though, to look ahead for the next 6 months. It makes sense for most people most of the time to ignore forecasts and politics and stick to a long-term plan using broad, low-cost index funds. Art and entertainment. Young Thug to seek mistrial after judge's recusal. Lawyer. So that's what his lawyer was saying. Fulton County judge was removed from presiding over the Young Thug racketeering trial in Georgia on Monday, prompting defense attorneys to begin plans for a possible mistrial. Just over 2 years after the indictment accusing the Digits rapper and 5 others of operating a criminal gang enterprise, the long-delayed case faces new hurdles after Fulton County Judge Rachel Cross granted a motion seeking to recuse Superior Court Judge Ural Glanville. The defense accused Glanville of showing bias towards the prosecution after it was revealed in court that he met with prosecutors and their witness, Kenneth Copeland, on June 10th, the day after Copeland said he would not testify. The new judge, who has been assigned to take over the closely watched criminal case, is Judge Shakura Ingram, an appointee of former Governor Nathan Deal, who won a re-election in May after running unopposed. Nonprofit headlines. International Society of Automation named the 2024 top-rated nonprofit by Great Nonprofits. The top-rated nonprofit award is based on the 5-star rating and number of reviews that ISA received from its volunteers and members. ISA is International Society of Automation. ISA is a nonprofit professional association founded in 1945 to create a better world through automation. It was then known in 1945 as Instrument Society of America. Nonprofit accounting resources. BDO and CBIZ MHM. The nonprofit sector is an important service niche for many CPA firms, as well as a popular choice for professional employment by CPAs in the industry. Although nonprofits are generally formed for social benefit or charitable purposes, they face many of the same accounting and management issues as for-profit entities, including the need to take advantage of ever-improving technology trends. 2 firms that provide helpful nonprofit resources on their websites are BDO and CBIZ, or CBIZ MHM. Both firms conduct interesting surveys of the current environment that nonprofit organizations are facing, their executives' responses to the various risks they encounter, and the adoption of artificial intelligence and other technologies to enhance their pursuit of their organizational missions. Administration headlines. Pro-Palestinians in NYC celebrated Independence Day by burning American flags. The anti-Israel crowd proved once again this week that they hate the United States of America just as much, or maybe even more. In Washington Square Park and other locations, protesters burned American flags and made a general nuisance of themselves. The video shows a New Yorker in a Yankees hat trying to reason with the group, but he's quickly shouted down by a man in glasses who gleefully cheers F Israel, F America, woohoo, as his fellow pampered trust fund radicals giggle in approval. Should Palestine activists who hate America and burn the American flag be deported? That's the question here. My answer is they definitely should be, and fast. They're terrorists. What did they say they would be doing when they came here and were permitted to enter this country they hate so much? Even if they were born here, which is worse, how are they eating, living, breathing, walking around safely? If they were born here, then leave. Go where you like it so much. The flag represents an entire country, not just government officials. It represents a way of life, a stance of freedom and unity. If you don't like it, get out and be added to the list of the country's enemies. those that wave flags in honor of whatever they're trying to support, that's what the U.S. flag is. And those people wouldn't even be able to, have a voice about what they're supporting if there wasn't a country that gave them that freedom. I guess it represents a way of life, a stance of freedom and unity, which means enemies of all those that reside in the U.S. and are respectful and understanding what it means to be free and safe. There are people that come here and are respectful of where they came to escape what they didn't want to endure any longer, and are respectful of the citizens that are here, even if they themselves aren't citizens. Go to where it's so much better than here. If you hate it so much, why would you, go around burning flags and stuff? Weekly update for government contractors and commercial businesses, July 2024. On June 27th, DOD, Department of Defense, published a final rule updating the D.R.R.H, increasing the fee limit for architect and engineering services from 6% to 10% of a project's estimated construction costs. The final rule will be effective August 26, 2024. On July 3rd, GSA General Services Administration published two final rules amending the GSAR. Both rules will be effective August 2nd, 2024. One of the rules is removing the GSA payments clause for non-commercial contracts. Another rule standardizing the identification of deviations. GAO Government Accountability Office press release strengthening accountability in the federal government. GAO issues draft updates to Green Book. On June 27th, GAO issued proposed revisions to standards for internal control in the federal government, or the Green Book. The Green Book provides the overall framework for establishing and maintaining an effective internal control system that helps management adapt to shifting environments, evolving demands, changing risks, and new priorities. GAO invites public comments on this exposure draft. U.S. Supreme Court ruling will likely cause cyber regulation chaos. CSO. The U.S. Supreme Court has issued a decision that could upend all federal cybersecurity regulations, moving ultimate regulatory approval to the courts and away from regulatory agencies. A host of likely lawsuits could gut the Biden administration's spate of cyber incident reporting requirements and other recent cyber regulatory actions. The ruling could weaken almost all U.S. federal cybersecurity regulations, including SEC incident reporting, FCC data breach reporting, and CISA cyber incident reporting rules. Health and wellness. The health trends that are defining 2024. Herkle-derkling is in, a Scottish phrase that has become popular on social media as a term for lingering in bed. If you're a floor person, I guess that works too. There's a Sleepy Girl mocktail, a homemade blend of tart, cherry juice, seltzer, and magnesium, which could just be a strong placebo effect. Sleep doctors suggest a wind-down period before going to sleep without a screen in your face. Or my favorite to mention here is to stick your head in the freezer to cure an afternoon slump. The water wars have been vicious, igniting debates over just how much water people need to drink and whether plain old H2O is enough. If there's black gunk at the bottom of your water bottle, it's too late. Throw it out. Don't overuse your water bottle. Hello. Gut health gets a glow up. From prebiotic sodas to apple cider vinegar. Gastroenterologists have this to say: eat plenty of fiber, limit your intake of processed foods, and lower stress to keep your belly happy and healthy. Gyms got fancy. Even though gym programs can help, there are plenty of ways to work out that are fast and free. In under 20 minutes, you can do a core workout or a HIIT routine that's easy on your joints. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training, where you can tackle your cardio workouts, add muscle, and shred serious fat. Remember, stress can mimic and mask the symptoms of chronic diseases, so make sure you take the responsible steps to curb your stress. Upcoming holidays. Today, July 18th, 2024, is Nelson Mandela Day, World Listening Day, Insurance Nerd Day, National Caviar Day, National Dapper Your Data Day, National Sour Candy Day, and it's also Uruguay Constitution Day. The 17th of Tammuz is on July 23rd, 2024. Oh, and National Chicken Finger Day is July 27th. So make sure you celebrate responsibly and accordingly. If the holiday is one that you want to celebrate, observe holidays, celebrate holidays, be alert to holidays. Happy holidays. Word up. Rubbish, waste material, refuse or litter, criticize severely and reflect as worthless. Very bad, worthless or useless. Here it is in a sentence. I'm not saying that haters are rubbish, but I am saying that their hate should be thrown to the curb and picked up in a large truck with a mechanical arm that takes it to a landfill to burn. Rubbish. Conspiracy or nah? Conspiracies have been around for a while and can be traced back to the Middle Ages. But hold on. This episode's conspiracy theory is the big one. 9/11. Did I do it? Yes, I did. 9/11 is thought to have been some kind of setup or governmental scam. Maybe it wasn't just some terrorists who hate America and was blatantly representing the bringing down of America's financial building. I don't want to go too deep into the rabbit hole because that is the past and people need to have moved on from it. We shouldn't forget, but it's definitely over with. Conspiracy or nah? Facts or opinion? A hater is more than just one who hates another. They epitomize everything wrong with this world. Is this facts or just my opinion? G and God. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever been ghosted? How about maybe you're walking through the wilderness and there's no God there in the wild? Do you understand that there is a potential that God will abandon you? I mean, if you're not God's people or God's chosen, you're not the one that God is doing this for, then it wouldn't even be that you're abandoned. You would just never be a part of that. And that's gangster. Solid. Donald J. Trump. Poor guy. I'm not deducing any party here. I haven't even voted. But I'd like to say that it seems he's being treated as a black man. Was he really that bad? Is he that bad? Or is he just running for office as a normal person would do? He's actually more of the quote-unquote people than a politician would be. Seriously though, do folks not recognize the hate in their voice and actions towards him? It's kind of weird from a white POV. But like I said, looks like he's been treated like a black man. And I just realized, am I normalizing the way black people are treated? That's no good. Anyway, solid to Donald Trump. BBW. Elena Marie Clark, a beautiful black woman that is playing the cards she was dealt. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Born in the U.S. of A. in January of 1981, as her certificate of birth suggests, she started her own business at the age of 16 as a young entrepreneur and has brought that same energy and mindset into her current business, Hearth Business, with a better understanding of her why. What a woman. What a human being. My 2 cents. For one thing, money can buy you happiness because then you can afford your losses, whether it's capital or capitalist, of your well-being. Believe in yourself. Secondly, believe in yourself and move forward regardless of your decisions. Hershey. Still don't have any Hershey's Kisses currently. Maybe that's a good thing. Because even though they're brown and sweet, can't have too much. I just had the thought that I'm actually saying that I am my own kiss giver in the sense of this persona. Either way, make sure you kiss the ones you care about because it's nice to. It feels good for the both of you. B.R.R.H. Keep it real. Keep the pace. Make haste and maintain. Stop playing. Unless you gain, then that's okay. But don't forget to keep the faith, and keep keeping on. Ooh. Living on a high note. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Hello, I'm just trying to row my boat. I'm just maintaining. There's nothing extraordinary going on here except for this podcast. I think this is the most extraordinary thing I do. But even still, I'm just maintaining and being hater proof. Still hater proof. Stay safe out there, folks. And remember to beware of haters, no matter what they smell like. Can you dig it? This is the end, my friend. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this show. Be good, be encouraged, and always party responsibly. Thanks again. Listen again, and stay hater proof. Till the next episode. To the next episode. To the next episode.